Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back.
What's actually the hardest thing to change? Someone's mindset. Think about it. If you try to convince a hardcore Huawei fan to suddenly fall in love with Xiaomi, chances are that's not happening. But honestly, it feels like the Xiaomi 17 Ultra Leica Edition is trying to pull off exactly that. Or maybe this is all part of Xiaomi's master plan. Hey everyone. By now, I'm sure most of you already know plenty about the Xiaomi 17 Ultra Leica Edition. You've probably seen tons of reviews covering its pros and cons. So today, instead of repeating all that, I want to focus on what I call Xiaomi's conspiracy, the Leica color shift and the sense of ritual behind it. A quick shout out to my tech partner from China for sharing this video. A big thank you for making this possible. Hey everyone, it's Maiky from Maiky. If you love staying updated with the latest gadgets, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our exciting tech content. Now, let's dive into the unboxing. Let's start with the Leica Shift. Why is this feature so appealing? Because it feels completely different from the filters we've seen on phones before. It actually reminded me of the first time I used the Xiaomi 12S Ultra. And to be honest, I'm not a professional photographer at all. I've never owned a Leica camera and I've never taken any photography classes. I couldn't tell you exactly what makes up Leica color or what elements it's supposed to have. But what I do know is this. In certain situations, it simply makes my photos look better. Bright, colorful scenes pop more. In places where sunlight and shadows collide, almost any shot turns out great. Now, it doesn't magically give you insane dynamic range, and it doesn't make every tiny detail razor sharp. Sometimes it even adds a slight film-like grain. But that vibe, I genuinely enjoy it. It feels special. And compared to earlier Leica styles, this one feels different. After seeing it, I almost thought, wait, were the previous ones even really Leica? This feels like the real deal. Then comes the interesting part. You're admiring your freshly captured photos, feeling pretty good about them, and suddenly you notice a Leica Shift button. Tap it, and your high-resolution photos get uploaded to the cloud, where more advanced AI processing kicks in to simulate even richer Leica colors. When you compare the results, doesn't it look noticeably better? Doesn't it make the original Leica Shift feel less Leica all of a sudden? And that's the trick. These kinds of photos quietly pull you deeper into photography, especially if you're like me, someone who mainly shoots with an iPhone, understands basic composition, but has no clue about post-processing. The straight out of camera results save you from all that editing hassle and actually make you want to take more photos. Over time, you start enjoying the whole process more and more. Of course, some friends might say, you keep talking about certain scenes, but what about others? It doesn't always work. And that's true. For example, when I take photos, I often prefer the older portrait style over Leica Shift. In many nighttime situations, the Leica colors don't really shine. And in low contrast environments, the results can feel pretty average. So yes, while Leica Shift is impressive, the older Leica classics are still more versatile overall. Then the question becomes, if it's not universally perfect, why is everyone praising it? Here's the key. Ask yourself, why do you take photos in the first place? Isn't it to capture beautiful moments? And don't you also want those moments to look even better? Once your starting point is aesthetics, you naturally begin searching for better angles. And if you get used to Leica's color shift, over time, you'll learn exactly which angles work best. Eventually, you'll find yourself walking to that specific spot, lining up that familiar perspective, and hitting the shutter. Now, do you see Xiaomi's strategy? It's not just about producing nicer photos, it's about shaping your shooting habits. It's training you to prefer certain angles and compositions. And when Xiaomi eventually brings this feature to more devices, more users will adapt to this way of seeing. That's how you build loyalty. At least in mobile photography, Xiaomi is clearly securing its place. But for everyday users, good looks alone aren't enough. It's kind of like many famous painters from history. Before they became legends, people thought their work was just okay. They needed recognition. And that's where the sense of ritual comes in. Leica holds a special place in the hearts of both photographers and everyday users. That tiny red logo doesn't just stand for Leica. It instantly raises the perceived value of whatever it's attached to. More importantly, it earns trust from a huge audience. And let's be honest, the photos coming out of this phone really do feel close to what you'd expect from a Leica camera. That's why, in many people's minds, it's basically become the Leica of smartphones. Once you add a few finishing touches on top of that, everything feels complete. And that's exactly the effect Xiaomi is going for. This is what a true Leica phone looks like today. Now, yes, Xiaomi still has plenty of details to refine if they want the high-end experience to feel truly polished. But for most regular users, things like a slightly loose zoom ring probably won't even register unless you point it out. As for the master zoom ring, honestly, after using it for quite a while, it still feels more like a novelty than something genuinely useful. I personally never got comfortable with this control style, and because of muscle memory, I'd often touch it by accident. So after a few days, I just turned it off. About the optical zoom telephoto lens, like I mentioned during the unboxing, there are improvements, but the zoom range itself is still pretty limited. Right now, a fixed focus lens might actually make more sense. At least it would avoid people saying this generation feels experimental. To me, it's similar to Huawei's earlier pop-up lens approach. Back then, you could call it a bold move. Whether it ever gets a follow-up, only they know. Video quality has definitely improved compared to the previous Ultra model, but I've seen some online claims saying it beats Apple, and that's honestly stretching it. Whether we're talking dynamic range or overall image quality, it still trails Apple by a noticeable margin. All right, now that we've covered the most important part of the Ultra, the camera, there's not much else worth diving into because everything else is pretty standard. Performance is excellent, even under heavy use, and the Surge 3 system runs smoothly. The overall experience feels very similar to the Xiaomi 17 Pro Max. If you're curious, you can check out our Xiaomi 17 Pro Max episode. I won't repeat all of that here. So let's get to the big question. How is the Xiaomi 17 Ultra really? Here's my honest take. Leica's seamless integration is what saved this phone. Without that deep Leica partnership, this imaging flagship might have ended up exactly how some people describe it online. Good at many things, but not outstanding at any of them. It could have easily become just another average device, criticized to the point where people wondered why it even existed. The Leica connection is what gives it its identity. With the Leica lens, everything changes. The photos immediately feel different from other phones, and that alone makes it far more appealing to everyday users. Take people like someone who isn't into tech at all. She doesn't care if photos need to be zoomed in to judge quality. She doesn't care whether the zoom ring is loose as long as it still works. What matters to her is whether the pictures of trees she takes look good and whether they look better than everyone else's. Sometimes all you need to do is show someone your everyday photos, talk about how you felt while taking them, and how those images made you feel afterward. And that's enough to convince them, especially for parents who love documenting their kids and daily life. I'm serious about this. I've already recommended this phone to several friends during casual meetups, and that alone proves how powerful the Leica lens appeal really is. To me, the Xiaomi 17 Ultra signals a clear shift in Xiaomi's strategy within the smartphone market. In today's world where hardware differences are getting smaller and smaller, pure image quality specs matter less. It's no longer about zooming in and counting individual hairs. Instead, the focus is moving toward taking better looking photos overall. And in this AI-driven era, that's something consumers can immediately feel and appreciate. I believe this year we'll also see other brands creating their own photo styles through partnerships and flagship models. Just think about it. For only a few $1,000s, you can now take photos that feel close to what you'd get from high-end cameras like Leica or Hasselblad. That's pretty exciting when you really think about it. As for pricing, the base variant of the Xiaomi 17 Ultra Leica in China starts at 6,999 yuan, which is roughly £738 in the UK and about $996 in the US. That's it for today's video. I'll see you next time. Bye.